We've been dreaming about this stop for years. How could we not? With a name like Hubbard, of course we were excited to finally visit Hubbard Glacier. We didn't know exactly what to expect this early in the season, but what we found was a uniquely unforgettable encounter with Mother Nature at her very best. Bright and early, we entered the Yakutat Bay. The wind was fierce, but the skies were clear. And way off in the distance, we caught our first glimpse of Hubbard Glacier.
Good morning, everyone. This is Emily, your Naturalist. We entered into Yakutat Bay approximately 1 hour ago this morning, and now we're approaching into Disenchantment Bay. The bay will get more and more narrow as we sail towards Hubbard Glacier. The glacier is already in view from the bow of the ship, so feel free to go up and look around, but we'll be close enough to see the calving ice in approximately another hour. If you scan the waters ahead with your binoculars, you can also see a few icebergs floating in the distance. I'll continue to narrate as we sail towards the glacier, and I'll give some information about the fjords and geology throughout the day. There's been some humpback whale activity far off on the port side. Enjoy this beautiful sunny morning cruising Hubbard Glacier.
You could see the forward edge of the ship carving gently through the glassy water. The snow-covered mountains flanked both sides, making it feel like we were gliding through a living postcard. We spent the sailing into Disenchantment Bay, cozied up on our balcony with a simple breakfast and hot drinks in hand.
Good morning. We are pulling into Hubbard Glacier. Let me show you what I got going on. I have a coffee, a couple eggs, a little muffin with cheese, and then we've got this. That's the glacier right there. Hopefully we pull up there and we'll see some of it breaking off, and when it breaks off and it goes into the water, it was pretty amazing.
As we neared closer to the glacier, we geared up and headed outside to the open decks to take it all in. The naturalist on board pointed out the massive wall of ice and explained the geology of the surrounding area. Mountains to the left and the right of the glacier were fully snow-covered this early in the season, but come late summer, they can turn green as the snow melts back, revealing rocky slopes and lush terrain. The wind calmed a bit, but the chill stayed with us. It was cold. Everyone was layered up. Puffy jackets, hats, and gloves. You could take your gloves off for a quick photo, but your fingers weren't too happy about that. The ship was buzzing with excitement. People were running from port to starboard, forward to aft, all trying to get the best angle. It was like we all knew we wanted to capture our time here. And then, as the ship crept as close as it could get, we arrived at what we came for. Hubbard Glacier in all its icy glory. This isn't just any glacier, this one's a legend. It's the largest tidewater glacier in North America and has been known to advance at speeds of up to 80 feet per day. That's right, this glacier is growing, and that's why they call it the Galloping Glacier.
Woohoo! This right
Hubbard
here
Glacier right there.
Hubbard Glacier.
This glacier is massive, over 6 miles wide, towering nearly 400 feet above the water. Our ship stayed back about 5 miles, and there's a good reason for that. We're aboard the Carnival Luminosa and currently on a 31-day repositioning cruise from Brisbane, Australia to Seattle, Washington. Our visit to Hubbard Glacier comes at the start of the Alaskan cruise season. In fact, it's late April. That means that Disenchantment Bay is still choked with floating ice. For a ship this size, navigating through that safely just isn't possible right now. Some cruise lines offer special excursions where guests can board expedition-style boats right from the ship. These nimble crafts are built to glide through icy waters and get you up close to the glacier's face, close enough to hear it breathe. And when you're that close, it's something amazing. You can see the deep blue crevices, the jagged spires, and the texture of the icy wall. You'll hear the glacier groan and crack, and if you're lucky, you might even witness a calving event. That's when a huge chunk of ice breaks away and crashes into the sea with a thunderous force. We experienced this kind of up-close magic during a past trip to Tracy Arm Fjord aboard the Carnival Miracle. We boarded a small vessel and journeyed to the face of Sawyer Glacier. It's one of our all-time favorite excursions. The sound of that massive ice fall still echoes in our minds. It's kind of like a moment that stays with you long after the ship has sailed. And if you'd like to see that experience, we'll link the video in the description below. There's really just no way to describe how it feels to be here. We try to capture it in photos and video, but it never fully translates. The sheer size of the glacier, the stillness in the air, the way that time just seems to pause. We just stood there in complete awe, grateful to witness something so raw and powerful. It's something we'll carry with us forever, and we hope that one day you too will get to experience it. Just when we thought the day was winding down as we sat drinking a glass of wine on our balcony, the whales showed up.
Oh, right here, right in front of us.
That's a tail. There you go.
Oh, there's another one over there. 1, 2, 3.
Spouts, splashes, tail flips, and a whole lot of commotion on the horizon as the sun began to set. It was like a final encore from Alaska herself.
Get ready over here, Michael.
I'm on it.
Oh, no tail. Oh, right here.
Woo! Oh, got that one.
With Hubbard Glacier fading behind us, we couldn't help but smile and give a toast, because the journey's not over. There's always another adventure waiting just over the horizon. Thanks for coming along. We'll see you soon.